Moshe Rabbeinu is talking to the Bnei Gad, the Bnei Reuben. ועכשיו אסכם בראיסה הילאים היה השם אלוקיכם נתן לכם את הארץ הזית ורשתה חלוצם תעברו לפני אחיכם בני ישראל כל בני חיל רק נשיכם וטפכם ומקניכם ידעתי כמקנה רב לכם ישבו ביריכם אשר נשאתי לכם. When the Bnei Reuben and Bnei Gad originally requested that they should get their nachla in avraham Mizracha, they asked that Gidreis Tzayin Nivne L'Tzeneinu V'Arim L'Tapeinu. They first asked that the sheep, the tzayin, should be accommodated, and then arim l'tapeinu for the children and for the women. And Moshe Rabbeinu criticized them. You're not magdim. You don't give priority first to the sheep and then to the children. So he told them, you should build arim l'nesheichem v'tapeichem gedeireis l'tzaynachem, first for the children and then for the sheep. And Moshe Rabbeinu here in Dvarim repeats it again. Rak nesheichem v'tapchem u'mikneichem. Your wives, your children, and your cattle, your livestock. Yedati kemikna rav lechem. I know that you have a lot of mikna, a lot of animals. Yeshvu b'yareichem asher nesati lechem. And here Moshe Rabbeinu also is magdim nesheichem v'tapchem and then umikneichem. Yedati, I know kemikna rav lechem, that you do have a lot of animals. Now, if somebody has some money in the bank and he wants to keep it a secret, and I know, I would tell him, look, I know you have money. Don't try to conceal it from me. But when somebody has animals all spread in the country, grazing on the fields, so Moshe Rabbeinu says, I know you have animals. So what if he knows? Everybody knows. There's nothing to conceal here. Nothing to hide. What does Moshe Rabbeinu mean when he says, Yedati, I know. I happen to know. Yeah, you're right. I know that you have a lot of kimikna rav lechem. In Parshas Matais, the Torah Kedusha tells us, "Umikna rav haya levnei Gad v'levnei Reuven atzam ma'od." Got a lot of mikna. Now, it would suffice if the Torah would tell us they had a lot of mikna. But why must the Torah say atzam ma'od? It's a haflaga. It's a lot of mikna. Is the Torah really so interested in mikna? Does the Torah give such importance to mikna that we must give it the distinction of atzam and ma'od? The Medrash says that the Bnei Gad and Bnei Reuven were guilty of receiving a nachla mevayhala, a hurried nachla. Why did they hurry? Why couldn't they wait until Moshe Rabbeinu or Yeshua is going to divide the land? Why did they ask for it and they didn't wait until all the Yidden get their land on Avraham Marava? Nachla mevayhala It was a hurried nachla, and therefore they were galul l'reish gailim. They were the first ones to go in galus. Sanchayrev was the Bnei Gad and Bnei Reuben were the first ones to be exiled by Sanchayrev. So the Sfasemis explains that bevadai muchen hayazeh ha'chaylik lebnei Gad u'bnei Reuben. This chaylik in Ever Yarden Mizracha was really prepared. It's muchen, it's their chaylik. But they should have waited until it's given to them al pi ha'torah. They knew that it's their chaylik. But they didn't get it al pi ha'torah. They asked for it without Moshe Rabbeinu first telling them that it's theirs. That's what Sfasemis says. To this Sfasemis is a very important piece of Sfasemis, and I feel that I want to elaborate a little. The klal is, Ein adam negaya b'masha mochen lachavayrai. Whatever a person has is his. The nefesh of a person is nispashet in his rechush. Sfarim HaKadoshim tell us. A person's nefesh really extends into his belongings. His belongings are also part of him. Now supposing I come to your house and you have a bottle of soda and you treat me with a cup of soda. That cup of soda which I receive is my cup of soda with netzitzes and nefesh which are shayach to me. And nobody else in the world can drink that. The rest of the soda in the bottle is yours. And it's the Rabbeinu Shalom who with Ashgacha Pratis, with Isa Geveinliche, with exact Ashgacha Pratis, that no computer would ever be able to divide things and it should be given to the right owner. Everybody gets what's his. He cannot get what's not his. Now supposing there's a certain person, let's call him Chatzkel, and he sees a certain thing, a certain article by somebody else, and he wants to get it. And he tries all tricks and manipulations, dishonest, until he acquires it. And he gets it. So what happens if or a building or a dira? So the pasuk says, "Hay beina beisei belay tzedek v'aliyasei belay b'mesh." But b'chatzi yom of Yazvenu, he's going to lose it. But it's his. He acquired it. The pshat is avad. It's his. If it wouldn't have been his, he never would have acquired it. But if he would not have used unfair methods of acquiring it, if it wouldn't have a reyach of gezayla, of einah, of deceit, he would have gotten it anyway. He certainly would have gotten it. But he hurried. He got it below zmanai. And therefore his einish is b'chatzi yamav yazvenu. He will not be zeiche to do the avodah of bitter and the tzeitzes in his own piece of rechush. It will be taken away from him. And that's what the Sfasemis means. Since the Bnei Gad and Bnei Reuben did get Eivah Yad in Mizracha, with all the criticism that we see about it, it's theirs. If they wouldn't have asked for it, they would have gotten it anyway. Moshe or Yeshua would have given it to them. And then it would have been al pi ha-Torah. But they hurried, nachlam v'yhala, to get it shalei al pi ha-Torah. And therefore, before the other Shvatim, they went to Golus. B'chatzi yom of Yazvenu. The Mishnah says, Basara mamarais nivra ha'olam. 10 times it says, Vayomer Elokim, by Mainsei Bereishis. According to the Gemara, there's a machlekes, the Zayah says otherwise. But according to the Gemara, these 10 mamarais end with Vayechulu Hashemayim. So the Gemara asks a kash in Rosh Hashanah, there are only 9 mamarais. It says only 9 times Vayomer Elokim. So the Gemara answers, Bereishis nami ma'imahu. The word Bereishis is also a ma'imal. That the word Bereishis is a ma'imal, that really reveals to us how high, how ma'od na'ala this first maimer of Bereishis is. The maimer of Bereishis is so high, so lofty, that it couldn't condescend to go into the Yesius of Vayomer. It's higher than Yesius. This is a hezbollah of the Mezritcha Maggid. The Bereishis is higher than Yesius. Bereishis nami ma'ima, but the first ma'ima is very, very high. We have no asaga in it. We have no tfisa in it. It's too lofty. We can't grasp it. These 10 mamarais which the Mishnah speaks about, and in the Chassidish Sfarim and in Kabbalah Sfarim, it's called the 10 Spheres, but we won't treat it as such. These 10 mamarais are divided into sections. Gimel Rishonos, the first 3, and then the Sheva Achareinos. We are familiar with the Sheva Achareinos. We use it in Sphira, Chesed, Gvura, Tiferes, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, Malchus. These are the 7 last mamarais. The first 3 are beyond our grasp. We can't understand it. We have no tfisa in it. These are the first 3. If you would look at the mamarais, the first maimar is Bereishis. Who understands Bereishis? It never even coagulated into words, into Isias. The second ma'ima, Vayomer Elokim Yehi Oyel. It's a heavenly ma'ima. It's something heavenly. Bereishis is heavenly. The Yehi Oyel is heavenly. That's the Oyel Aganus, which we don't have in this world. It's heavenly. The third one, Yehi Rekiya. It's heavenly. Something beyond our grasp. After that comes the 7 bottom mamarais. Yikavu Amayim v'Seira Hayabasha. After that comes Yehi Ma'orais. And here, the Ma'orais are already Lahoyer ala Oretz, for the purpose of Eretz, for the purpose of earth. Yehi Oyer is heavenly. Yehi Ma'orais already is earthly. That should be Lahar ala Oretz, Lamayadim, for time is earthly. Bashamayim is Lamalam and Azman. In Parashas